Today, I'm starting a new series that's kind of appropriate for our time. Join me as I talk about the 5 shows in Netflix that I'm watching right now. Let's go! Hi there, MC here for the SFG channel, back with another video and a new series about 5 things that I watch in Netflix. It's the second week of the enhanced community quarantine here in the Greater Manila area, and I know some of you folks anywhere else in the Philippines and anywhere else in the world may be in the same boat as us. And for us who are lucky enough to have an internet connection still and subscription to Netflix, watching Netflix shows is one of the things that we do during our downtime, which is kind of a lot nowadays, understandably. I know some of you may have exhausted your favorites by now and you're looking for more shows to watch. So hopefully these 5 things, these 5 Netflix shows that I'm watching, you might enjoy as well. Anyways, that's it. So let's go online and let me show you the 5 shows that I am currently watching in Netflix. Okay, so here we go. First show that I watched actually during this lockdown or community quarantine is World War Z starring Brad Pitt. I didn't watch this movie during its theater run, and I only watched it in Netflix, and I kind of watched it again. I think it's the 3rd time that I watched this movie, and I think it's appropriate for the time. I have a sixth sense of in picking the things that I watched. I wanted to be able to relate to what is happening outside. It's a zombie pandemic. There's a pandemic going on outside. Put things together. Anyways, that's the reason. This movie stars Brad Pitt. The premise is Brad Pitt is a UN employee. He races against time as he travels the world trying to save it and trying to stop the spread of a deadly zombie pandemic. And that's the premise of the movie, and I think you will enjoy it. It's not a horror film, it's more of an action film to me. Keep your mind open, you have nothing else to do, this is a good movie to watch. So that's the first one.
Now, while Monroe is best remembered for his doctrine, I think he really should be remembered as the first president with enough courage to say, enough with the powdered wigs.
Okay, show number 2 is Mr. Iglesias. It's a TV series or a Netflix series starring Gabriel Iglesias, who's a very famous comedian. The premise of the show is he's a high school teacher here, and he tries to make a difference for the lives of some smart but underperforming students in the school where he teaches in. It currently has 1 season in. I think there will be a 2nd season that will start or that will premiere in June 2020. It's a good time to start the series to prep yourselves for the season 2 that will be coming in June. Anyways, I highly recommend this, and this is my number 2 in my list.
Getting hungry?
I've just reached a point where I'm okay making really ugly food.
Are we not going to eat anything? I thought we were going to get food. We're not getting anything to eat here?
All right, should we eat on?
The dishes that we were making,
It's about telling a story.
I want to be able to cook so that people can understand.
how do I tell someone to be more open? And I think for me, it's like, how do you do it with food?
Next show is Ugly Delicious. It stars David Chang, one of the famous and good chefs out there, more known for the restaurant Momofuku. And if you folks are watching BuzzFeed, the Worth It series, you may have seen David Chang before. And this is his own series in Netflix. It's now in season 2. The premise of the show is David Chang goes around and talks about food and all the different cultures behind the food that he talks about. And it's quite an intelligent and entertaining discourse about food. I know this is torture for all of us because we are all in home quarantine nowadays, but per my view, if I can't go to my favorite restaurants now, the next good thing or the next best thing is to be able to watch a show about good food. And this is quite an entertaining show, and there are some good points along the way that you can pick up. So I highly recommend this. This is my number 3 in my list for this week. So watch it. Ugly Delicious by David Chang. It's on its 2nd season, but of course start from season 1, episode 1.
It's not good having liberal parents and growing up. It's really not, especially in your teenage years, because you can't rebel against. They love you no matter what. It's real f***ing annoying. Going through my teenage years, I'm ready to stick it to the man, and my mum's just like, stick it to the person.
Okay, fourth pick for this week is a comedy series, although it's not technically a comedy series because there are only 2 episodes or only 2 shows in here. But anyways, this is my fourth pick, Daniel Sloss Live Shows. It's a comedy show. 1 man, 1 mic, 1 stage, and that's it. It's not one of the most known comedians out there. I know us Filipinos, our go-to comedian is Joe Coy, but this show by Daniel Sloss, he has what we can call a dark comedy, but it's not really dark. It's just brutally honest to me. If you want a brutally honest comedy, I recommend watching this, and you will have a laugh. It takes some getting used to. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But if you are like me, I'm sure you will enjoy this. So number 4 pick for this week is Daniel Sloss Live Shows. So check it out.
In our first experiment, we're asking, is there a right way to use the toilet? We might assume that all Americans use the toilet the same way I do, totally naked. But we don't actually know because no one ever talks about it.
Comfortable?
Absolutely.
So you don't have to take your pants down or anything, but we do want you to show us your own personal toilet technique.
And my 5th pick for the week is a show called 100 Humans. Subtitle says Life's Questions Answered. And it's kind of a good hook, but not really life's questions, but there are some interesting questions answered here. So it's a reality show, but it's not a contest. And the show literally has 100 humans in here, plus 3 hosts. And it's kind of a social experiment every episode, or various social experiments in every episode, 8 episodes in total. And there's sort of interaction between what the hosts put the 100 humans through to get to answers to some of our questions in life. Anyways, this show is informative. This show is also entertaining, and you will get some good laughs as well. So I highly recommend this. And if you are a heterosexual male like me, I recommend you check out Human Number 5, Human Number 6, and Human Number 41. Anyways, 100 Humans, my 5th pick, my 5th Netflix show that I recommend for this week. And that's it. That's my first episode of shows that I'm currently watching in Netflix. And I'll get back next week to list down another 5 shows. If you have some suggestions, you can put it down in the comments below, and I'll check those shows out as well. So let's help each other out. Anyways, that's it. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please click like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. MC here for the SFG channel, signing off. Peace and Netflix and chill. See ya.